Hello, everyone. So the title so far, half of this one is "If I Was a Boy," and just to let you know, if you hear noise in the background, my son is home, from school. So if you hear anything, that's him. So I was sitting here and I was having like a telepathic message with Ye. All right, and actually I had one last night, and I was talking about a situation, and I was explaining something. And I told you, I dabble in my feminine side and my masculine side when I communicate. So everything's in alignment. So like, this is the feminine side, I go this way, then I can even it out, and then I go to the masculine side. And I was holding a conversation, and I started just to talking, and before I know, I hit that masculine level a little bit, and I was like, man, this conversation is over. It's like, it's doing too much. And it made me think, because by me being able to chime in both sides, I can tell when a conversation is just overkill, when it's just too much energy. Sometimes as females, we talk, we try to explain ourselves, express ourselves, but men tone out after a certain moment. So the conversation, just to give you a little hint, the conversation was where I was looking at something, and I tell y'all, he can see what I see, he can feel what I feel. And I was watching something, and I started laughing, and then he started laughing too. But the thing about it, I could tell he was fake laughing, and that's how the conversation started. And I was sitting here like, why are you fake laughing? Like, if something's not funny, don't laugh. Because there's going to be times where something that you're going to probably be interested in that I'm not going to laugh at. So I'd rather for you not to fake laugh. I said, because when you fake laugh, you're making me feel like it's like making fun of me at the same time. Like, I don't need somebody to do that. I'd rather for you to not laugh at something and instead of doing that. But the other side of the coin was, reason why he laughed with me, because it wasn't so much what I was looking at was funny. He was laughing because he loved hearing me laugh. And so the situation was where I was about to get into like a misunderstanding, because I was taking offense to something, thinking that he was just mocking me. But the whole time it was just he was laughing because to hear me laugh made him happy. And at the time when I was talking, I just started noticing my energy was slipping to the masculine side. And when that happened, I realized, like, okay, I'm discussing this topic too deep. I'm going too deep into this topic. Like, it's too much energy. It was draining me. And what I need ladies to understand is we have to learn the limits. Okay? We have to learn the limits when we talking to guys, because what happened is, when you start understanding yourself and understanding the man's point of view, you know how to stop at that line. You know there's a cutoff. Because when you start tipping over into that masculine side, where they are like tone out, you start going tone deaf, then that's when issues start to become more than what it is. It's more than what it is. So, hold on. So it becomes more than what it is. And I just want y'all ladies to start paying attention that sometimes some conversations we don't have to have. I think we overthink on a lot of things. And that's why I titled "If I Was a Boy." Sometimes we have to dab into that masculine mind frame, and we have to realize sometimes it's okay to relax. Sometimes some conversations you just say, you know what, it ain't even worth it. You understand? It's no different. It's like, for example, when a guy watching sports, right? You know, sports, if that's his favorite thing, right, is sports. Why he watching sports? Why y'all want to hold a conversation while he watching sports? If you know that's his favorite thing, that's what he put his mind into, and that's what helps relax his mind. Excuse the noise, my son come back in the room. To relax his mind and put him at peace. Why are you going to sit there and hold a conversation when he's relaxing himself? But then when the sports is off, y'all ain't got nothing to say. It was like, prime example, when I was at the mental place, when they put me in that mental place or whatever, and the Super Bowl was on, and Kendrick Lamar was doing the Super Bowl, and these two ladies was talking through the Super Bowl, and I had to keep like, shut the hell up. Oops. Shut up. It was like, shut up. Like, I'm trying to see. If you're talking over them, how can I see what's going on, understand what's going on? Like, shut up. I get it, you excited. Take that excitement somewhere else. If you're going to talk while it's going on and it's like a big moment, like, I want to be in the moment. Let me be in the moment. But you taking the moment from me because you want to sit back and repeat the words, or you want to go and talk about some other dumb mess. And the thing about it is, the ladies asked me, they said, hey, whenever the Super Bowl, whenever the halftime come up, let us know so we can come and watch. Keyword, watch. You ain't say you was going to talk. Okay? Zip it. Can we watch it? It just, and it's like, I tell you, I chime into that masculine side sometimes, and I be like, look, y'all irking my nerve. And see, that's the thing with females. We have to be mindful. And I'm about to talk about guys too. Don't get it twisted. And this goes for every race. Females, we have to be mindful, man. Like, we have to be mindful of what we do and how we act and what we say, because sometimes we take things too serious, or sometimes we're not paying attention to the room. We're not reading the room the right way, but we want to read the rights to the room. Understand the volume that's going on. Know that sometimes you need to be on mute on certain situations, and then sometimes you might need to elevate so the person can hear you. But know when to mute and when to turn the volume up. And that gets to, like, as females, I'm gonna be honest, being a female it gets on my nerves sometimes. It does. Some days I be like, God dog, we got to go through this body again. I'm gonna call it what it is. Some days I don't like being female. It ain't no different than when I know it's gonna sound bad what I'm about to say, but it ain't no different than every time when I turn on TV, they got to advertise about that time of the month. I got to change the channel. Like, I don't want to see this while I'm eating. Like, I understand we got, go through some changes, but it's like, man, dog, I don't want to see this, bruh. Change the channel or something. Sometimes, like, even with females, they want to talk about, what is that? Black cuckoo. Okay. But when females, I've been around females, and then they want to talk about their time and synchronize. I don't need to sync with you. I recognize that that's your time and I got mine. We don't need to talk about it. It's like different things. Sometimes I just be like, man, that's why I be wearing sweats and a hoodie. Because sometimes I'm like, man, I just rather be a dude today. Because it's chill. I can chill. I can be relaxed. I can be chill. I can sit with my legs wide open and just, sit with a little style or whatever and just relax. Because being a female, being feminine all the time, it's a job. Y'all know that? It's a job. You gotta keep your hair nice. You gotta keep your face on. You gotta keep your body right. You gotta eat right. Sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, I eat like a hood nigga. I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes I can't eat like y'all be all petite and stuff. Sometimes, like, if you give me some ribs or something, I ain't about to sit here and take no knife and no fork and try to be cutting all up. And eat, okay? Give me some extra tissues or paper towels or something. Like, sometimes it's like that. And I feel like as females and guys, we need to recognize that both roles can be overwhelming at times. No different than a man. Man, shucks. When I tap into y'all energy and then I sit back and listen to certain things, I'm like, dang. Sometimes it's like, you got to be strong all the goddamn time. It's like the world got to be on your back 24/7. Can I get a break? Like, can I get a break? Can somebody take this world and put it to the side and twist it for me while I take a nap? I get it. It's like some days you just I'm not saying you're trying to feel like a feminine, but you want to have the luxuries of a feminine where somebody actually listens to you and listen to the words that come out of your mouth and actually allow you to talk the way you want to talk and understand the way you want to be understood. Because as guys, y'all talking metaphors. Whatever your favorite thing is, that's how y'all talk. If it's cars, you're going to equate everything to cars. If it's sports, you want to equate everything to sports. If it's fishing, it's gonna be fishing. Mechanics with everything. And it's like, can there be a female that understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? So if I'm explaining to her that when in life sometimes you got to change the oil to make sure that the engine is running good, so that when you can get further down the street, so that you ain't got to worry about stalling. I just said, in life, sometimes you got some ups and downs, and sometimes you got to change out people in relationships, and you don't want to change out people, the people that you have in your life, but you know that if you keep having those same people in your life, you can't get down the street to get to where you need to go with, and you can't get where you need to go with, man. They holding you up. It's crazy, man. It's like in this world, everybody want to break from who they are. And then, I got to scratch them. Oh, this and that. Everybody want to break from who they are. And then if you do take a break, people make you feel bad about it. Like men, I know some days, y'all want to be able to come home and have a bubble bath waiting for you. You want somebody to throw roses out to you and give and send flowers to your job and say, I just love you and this stuff and I'm thinking about you, whatever. You want to be able to come home and your wife already got a bubble bath waiting for you. When as soon as you open the door, she just sat there saying, hey babe, or she got to rip it open or something and let make you happy or whatever. You just want to be able to be relaxed, enjoy life, or just have a day where you can sit back and watch your sports or just chill, go fishing or something, and don't have to hear nothing and not to be needed for anything, where you're not on call 24/7. Babe, can you run here? Babe, can you do this? Babe, can you do that? Babe, can you do this? I get it. You want to be able to feel like a feminine sometimes and just be able to kick off your shoes and relax your feet. I get it. And as females, we the same. Sometimes we just want to lay back, chill, cock our legs open, take a drink and just sit back and not have to stress about the lives of things and of cooking and cleaning and focusing on the kids and stuff. Sometimes we just want to sit back and be able to just watch our stories or watch our shows and not have to feel like we got to nurture someone. We just want to be able to go out, hang out with the fellas, or go play cards or go enjoy ourselves as well. Both roles have it hard. Both roles. All I know is, man, in this world, once we realize that each person need a break and each person need to recognize each other's emotions and opinions and way of communicating and what they need, because guess what, y'all? Sometimes you're going to have to flip the roles. So sometimes, ladies, you're going to have to sit back and just know that maybe you might need to run to the store and handle certain things, or maybe you might need to take some things off your husband's lap, and fellas, vice versa. Sometimes you might have to sit back and just listen to the conversations and try to understand what her emotion is and what's bothering her, and make her feel special. Ladies, sometimes you might have to feel, do something spontaneous for your husband and, make them feel appreciated. Just having sex all day ain't the only way you can make a man feel appreciated. Get him flowers. Send him nice little gestures and cards and stuff like that. Take him out to eat once in a blue moon or whatever. Wine and dine him to make him feel special, something like that. Create a venture for both of y'all to have that it ain't about you. Because a lot of times when it comes to trips and stuff, what guys do? They do everything that the female want. Go shopping, go down, go to the beach, go do this. Some guys, they just want to go paintball fighting or go, sky gliding or something like that, or go to the baseball game or something, or the football games, or some type of sports or whatever. Maybe they want to go to the racetrack or something. And I know, ladies, oh my God, it's a lot of noise. Well, listen to your voice. It's the same. Pretend it's your mouth going zzz. Yeah, just pretend it's like that, and we all even. Sometimes we have to put our pride to the side and do something for them, no different than they need to put their pride to the side and do for us. It's equated on the same timeline. I feel like once we get to that point, that we have to realize that it's okay for a man to feel sensitive and allow him to be sensitive and still be masculine, because I think in this world, a lot of times when a man starts showing emotions, women, we tear them down. Okay, let me take we out. Y'all tear them down and make them feel less than because they being vulnerable or they being sensitive or they coming to you and asking questions and want to understand things and stuff, and you are their source of information. But because you know you their source of information, you make them feel less than because they coming to you. But at the end of the day, you should be appreciative that they coming to you, because as soon as they walk out the door to be with somebody else that listen, now you're mad. No different than men. When a female sit back and just say, I'm tired, I don't feel like doing nothing today, the kids and my job and all of this and that, I just need a break, and y'all sit back and say, well, that's what a female's supposed to do. She's supposed to take care of the house, she's supposed to sit back and do these things and do that and take on all these roles. Sit back and allow her to say, rub her feet, allow her to relax, allow her to take a break, so she ain't going out here to get that comfort from another man. Once we realize that both sides sometimes have to reverse roles, then maybe we will understand the roles that we have in our lives. And when you understand the roles that you have in your life, you want to be going out here looking for new actors to play the roles that you really want. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.